I'm Kimberly Warner. I've had crazy success in direct sales by simply being myself and learning a few things along the way. Succeed on your terms and have fun doing it. So one of the biggest questions I get all the time is, how do I get bookings? The third way to get bookings, now this is some specific verbiage that I've been using and training for 6+ years, and it's how to get it in pencil that night. So one of the things we know about getting our hostesses or getting our customers to commit to a date with us is that if we don't get the date before we leave their house, we're probably 60%, maybe more, likely to lose that particular booking or that customer or that party. So how do you get it on the calendar that night? It's so easy for people to say, oh, just follow up with me, just shoot me a text or a Facebook message or an email. And it's very easy then to never follow back up with them or for them to follow back up with you and get that date. So how can you solidify a date? Nobody brings their calendar to parties. It's kind of awkward. So I always recommend that you have a paper calendar, like an actual paper folder type calendar, and a pencil. And my verbiage always is when I ask people, who's interested, who's having a booking, or who's going to have a party, I'm super excited. And you guys can call it whatever you want. Like some people call it a party, some people call it demo, some people call it trunk show, whatever you want to call it. But just ask casually. You can ask in a group, you can ask one-on-one, you can do both. But when you ask that question, who's having a party, and somebody raises their hand and says yes, or checks the box or says, I want to have a party, your response is awesome, great. In an ideal world, would you have a party on a weekday or a weekend? They have to choose, right? So let's say they say weekend. Okay, weekend to me is Friday night, girls' night, Saturday mid-morning. Saturday is date night for me, so I don't do parties on Saturday. That is key, by the way, to say that because they know that you do this and you have a life as well. And that comes into play when you're starting to build a team and recruit new people to come do what you do with you. And then I also do parties once a month on Sunday. So weekend or weekday. Okay. So then they get to decide Friday girls' night, Saturday or Sunday, whatever, and then we go from there. Now, if they say weekday, then I say, is there any day of the week that's absolutely out of the question? Like Wednesdays is, volleyball for your kids or something like that. Well, yes. Tuesdays we can't because we have XYZ. Great. My favorite night to have a party is Thursday. My next Thursday available is, I open my calendar, go right to that Thursday, and it's Thursday, September 16th. So here's what I'm going to do. Okay, so you don't even give them an option. Great. Thursday, my favorite day to have a party. Every day is my favorite day to have a party. I would have a party every day if I could. My husband actually says that. He says you come home in a better mood from doing a party than you do when you're mostly at home all the time. It's very bizarre, but parties are energizing and you should have fun when you do them. So if you love doing them, it doesn't really matter what day of the week it is. It's just, you want to let them know that you love to do parties on a Thursday. So then that way you can target the next date. And all you have to do is say, my next available Thursday is, you open it up, September 16th. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pencil it in. It's just pencil. It's not blood. We can change it, okay? And make sure you use that and really have a pencil and really have a calendar to show them. And you pencil in their information. And it's really important, too, to have your calendar full of other things. Like if you're taking your kids to a play date or if you have coffee, write that stuff in your calendar, okay? Because everybody wants to have a party with the popular girl. Seriously, you open a blank calendar. You can have a party any day of the week you want. Any day you want. Here you go. They're going to be like, I think I want someone more experienced. So, even if you're not experienced, even if you're brand new, just pretend you're not, okay? If you're not popular, pretend you are. Write friends in, I don't care. But make your calendar look like you have lots of the stuff going on and that you do a lot of parties, because that will generate that excitement and momentum. People will want to do parties. But my next available Thursday is, and then you pencil it in, you tell them it's just pencil, it's not blood, and then they can go home and check their calendar. And if something is in the way that date's not going to work out, they can just reach out to you and let you know. And that way you're kind of putting it on them and you let them know when you're going to follow up with them and all of that. So it's just some really simple verbiage to try if you've never used specific verbiage on how to get it on the calendar that night. And it's in an ideal world, pencil, not blood. Thanks y'all for stopping by. I hope some of these tips and tricks worked for you. It's just stuff I've learned through trial and error, I guess, in doing this business for a while now. So if anything stuck out to you or anything helped you, good, bad, or indifferent, I'd love to hear from you guys. You can post below. Also, do not forget to sign up for the mailing list so I can keep in touch with you. And last but not least, if you want to share any of this information or use any of this information for your teams, feel free to like the video, share the video, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page. Thanks for stopping by funauthenticsuccess.com. If you found this video helpful, there's a lot more where that came from. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, sign up for our mailing list, and feel free to download any of my documents located under the Resource tab. Don't be a stranger. Y'all come back now, you hear?